Hello everyone, welcome back to the channel. My name is Marco and today we are back with more One Piece. I will be watching episodes 813, 14 and 15. And boy, oh boy, we have some crazy things going on. We literally have Luffy and Nami captured by Big Mom and her children. They're in that book, right? The guy who is named Mont-d'Or, right? They're all based on the foods, right? So that's pretty interesting. Of course they are. uh, he's keeping Nami and Luffy in this jail book, man, and apparently it's impossible to break out of it. I don't know how will Luffy do it, but maybe now that he's talking to Big Mom, he's literally challenged her. He was like, let's fight right here, right now. Maybe she will let him go and then Luffy will use that opportunity to escape, because let's be real, man, I don't think we're ready to face someone like Big Mom, bro. We struggled and gave all that we have to face one of those sweet generals, man. So yeah, we are definitely still not ready, and I kinda love that, man. We also saw another sweet general, Smoothie, who has such a terrifying but fitting power for her. She literally like drains the freaking person into this some juice, man, and drinks it, bro. It's sickening. It's sickening. And she's guarding the poneglyphs, and we saw that guy with who looks like egg there, right? I forgot his name, but he always says bone and stuff. The Peckham's partner from the Fishman Island, right? He was explaining how important are the poneglyphs. And he was explaining about Pedro. They literally know that Pedro is here and that he might try to steal, right, the poneglyph. So Brook and Pedro realized that, and they were both thinking that it would be best to use Pedro as bait, right? So I'm really wondering how will their plan go, man. I'm really intrigued by that, and let's be real, I'm very worried, man, because these sweet generals are fucking problem, bro. Also, Sanji. It breaks my heart to see Sanji like that, man. But at least he had somebody to talk to. Pudding. She was listening to him. She was crying. She felt bad for what's happening to him. He even removed the mask that Reiju put on him to hide his face, right? The bruises and the swellings because of that beating from his brothers, right? It's not like they are like overpowering him, but they were just like bullying him as always, right? He didn't want to fight back. That's the thing, what I'm trying to say. But yeah, his face looks ridiculous, right? And he revealed that he completely opened up to Pudding. Sanji is extremely vulnerable right now, and he was embracing her and saying, oh, you're my only salvation, let's get married, right? And it's like something that doesn't seem like One Piece, man, right? Because we rarely see like such a moment between a pair, right? Between a man and a woman, right? About almost like romantic, if that makes sense. So that was also quite interesting to see. And yeah, as I said, I feel bad for Sanji. So that's how we ended last time, with Luffy being captured and talking to Big Mom. So yeah. Also the trippy powers of Mont-d'Or, not only that prison, but also those illusions. It's like Luffy is literally hallucinating whatever the contents of the book are, right? And it's like he's fighting two battles, the illusions and the actual army that was there. So yeah, and I have to give props to my man Luffy, of course, for fighting until the last atom of his strength, right? Holding for the grass, not wanting to leave the place where he told Sanji that he will be waiting. So yeah, without further ado, let's jump into episode 813. Let's begin. Alright guys, this last episode of the set was fucking insane, bro. We got to see Brook action, and it was so satisfying, man. He has these blizzard slices, he has the soul manipulation as well, so Brook is, I was not kidding, like a counter for Big Mom's abilities, right? His music can affect souls. He is a soul king, man, and when he was playing the guitar and we see like his gigantic, like devilish soul, right? It was so badass, and he's literally stealing these souls and making these homies chess peacekeepers, right? Being unconscious, and he was fighting these other folks with swords, and he was quite skilled, and this is what I was waiting for Brook for a long time, so I really appreciate this. But also they had to do him dirty by Big Mom busting through the doors, and she's literally catching Brook doing the deed of stealing the poneglyph, man. So our escape for Brook is probably gonna be tied with Big Mom's fascination for strange creatures, right? So, if there was a regular human being, she would probably go for the kill. But because it's Brook, there is a chance that my boy will get out of this situation, bro. But it's scary. He's now in a room alone with this monstrous emperor, and I guess the doors are open. Everybody will get in, and Smoothie as well. So Brook is in really tough spot right now. They did execute a great plan, Brook and Pedro, but it quickly got like they saw through it quickly, right? Way sooner than I expected. So we had that. We had somebody shooting Reiju. Reiju was sneaking around, to be honest, right? Quite suspiciously, but Big Mom wants this marriage no matter what. Reiju is one of Judge's children, right? So why would somebody from Big Mom Pirates literally shoot and make bad relationship between Judge and Big Mom, right? And it's somebody that Reiju saw before, right? She said, you are, right, when she was getting shot. So I'm really curious who that is, man. And whoever that is wounded her and let her go. And we saw Reiju bleeding, right? She was losing a lot of blood, but I think she will be fine. But it still pissed me off, man, because I really love Reiju and her character. So I'm really curious who that was. We obviously had Sanji worrying about his friends and getting updates about Luffy and Nami being captured, about Brook being here. But yeah, he's trying to play it off cool for now. He was preparing food for Pudding. Pudding came to know Luffy and Nami to tell them about Sanji proposing to her, but she was saying, don't worry, I won't marry him, right? So despite all the bad things that are happening to Pudding, right, that moment of happiness because she loved Sanji and the chance to marry him, she's even willing to like toss that aside because she knows that wouldn't be genuine and that Sanji doesn't really want this right now, right? So she wants to not get married. So for a second I thought that she's gonna let them know that Sanji is gonna get married and that she will accept it and that she will like try to make them leave for their own good, to save them in that way, right? To help them escape and back off, man. But then what happens with Sanji afterwards, man? No matter how you twist it, I can't imagine us living without Sanji. I can't see it. I can't even picture that in my head, man. So something else needs to happen. And they kept some lines from us, what Pudding was saying to Luffy, that made Nami look so shocked. And Luffy as well. And Nami was tearing up also. So something potentially sacrificial for Pudding herself, right? She will probably end up like Lola or something. From those flashbacks, it almost seems like she was looking up to Lola, right? And how she's brave, that she went by herself, and that she doesn't want political marriages, that she wants to marry somebody else, man. Which is funny because on Thriller Bark she was asking literally everyone to marry her, man. So yeah, a lots of interesting things, man. It was a very good set of episodes, and also Pedro section was dope as well. How he was running around causing chaos, and to top it all off, like what I really went crazy with this last episode, we got to see that Pedro was there, right? He knows about Big Mom's territory, but it's extremely personal between him and Baron Tamago. They literally fought on multiple occasions based on his words, right? And they both have scars that are caused by each other, which is basically establishing a whole new rivalry that I didn't know I needed, man. It's kind of cool, to be honest. It makes sense why was he so specifically focused on Pedro, and that he was talking about him to Smoothie so much, man. And also we find out something rather disturbing, right? That Pedro got stolen 50 years of his lifespan, man. And Pedro seems like, I mean, he's a mink, but I don't know, the way he's drawn and his voice and how he looks, I would give him like late 20s or even 30s, right? So if we add 50 to that, that's basically like around 80. So it's quite sad to think about, but no matter how you twist it, Pedro in that case doesn't have much longer to live, right? And when he said, I didn't even account for coming home from this mission, man, that really hit me, bro, and really made me feel like what the fuck is this episode? Reiju getting shot, Pedro is saying that his life will end soon, man. Like, what the fuck is happening, man? It was a wild episode. And also Brook encountering Big Mom, bro. It's crazy, but so fucking awesome. I will end it here for today, guys. Thank you for watching. I hope that you enjoyed. If you did, please consider subscribing, leave a like, comment, all that good stuff as always. Check out my Patreon page if you want to see full and early reactions. I will be seeing you very soon with another video. Until then, take care and have a nice day. See ya, guys.